6 months ago, we moved from Cincinnati, Ohio to Munich, Germany. And by far, the most asked question in the comments has been...
How is my German coming along? Hello, servus.
And welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I spent the last 9 years of my life living in the US, in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I met my husband. And together, we just moved back to my hometown, Munich, Germany, half a year ago.
And I'm Ben. I'm an American from Kentucky, and this is my first time ever living abroad, so I'm learning a lot right now.
And obviously, one of the most challenging parts about living in a foreign country is the language barrier. I mean, think about it. Suddenly, you can't understand any of the things you've always taken for granted. You know, signs, product labels, announcements on the subway, the local news, the ads you find in your mailbox, etc. Like, literally everything that's being spoken around you or written is suddenly in a foreign language. So naturally, learning the language is one of your biggest points on your to-do list when you move abroad. However, that's a lot easier said than done because learning a whole new language from scratch takes a lot of work and time, which is why many people live abroad for years or even decades without ever fully speaking the native language. That being said, people really want to know, how is your German coming along? Have you made any progress over the last 6 months? And are you fluent yet?
Mein Deutsch lernen läuft super.
Okay.
I would not say I'm fluent by any means yet. I'm still like a solid, I would say like A2. Like a solid A2.
For those of you not familiar with the language learning levels, I'll just put a graphic right here. So I would say you're probably more like a B1. In terms of understanding, I think you're further along.
Yeah, I can't like talk myself up too much because like that's the thing that I'm really learning, that like, and I hope that other people can kind of understand with this, and that kind of goes into one of the questions, have I made any progress? I have made a lot of progress, and most of the progress is in comprehension, like listening. I'm understanding way more words every day that goes by, and I'm learning new words every single day, and I think that's just being around it. Oh, and by the way, to explain the pretty kit here, today is the big Champions League game against PSG, the first leg, and the city has woken up. So very excited. Yeah,
as you explained last time, you're now an FC Bayern fan. Exhibit A.
Yeah,
He's going to watch the game with my brother at like a public viewing.
Yeah, she told me it compliments my eyes. You guys don't have to.
I mean, if that doesn't scream that you're at home here now, then I don't know what does.
But yeah, I mean, I think solidly an A2. I feel good about it. Speaking is coming along slowly.
Well, give us a little example.
Okay, I'll do like a little introduction. Okay, so hallo, ich bin Ben. Ich komme aus Cincinnati, Ohio. Well, actually, ich komme aus Kentucky, USA. Ich wohne in München seit 6 Monaten. Und meine Arbeit ist Fotograf.
Fotograf?
Und ja.
Was machst du gerne in deiner Freizeit?
Fotograf.
Fotografieren.
Videospielen. Ich...
Travel, maybe?
Oh, ich reise gern.
Sehr gut. Was ist dein Lieblingsessen?
Mein Lieblingsessen ist Schnitzel.
Auf jeden Fall.
Und Saltmante.
Und
Fanta. Und ich bin 2 Jahre alt.
Was?
Because of my diet, I eat like a 2-year-old.
Oh.
I eat like a 2-year-old.
I was like, I think you got that wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lieblingsessen. Hit me. What else you got?
Lieblingsstadt.
Lieblingsstadt? Mein Lieblingsstadt sind München und Cincinnati.
Okay, sehr gut. Lieblingsfilm?
Mein Lieblingsfilm ist ein Buch. Ein Buch, ja. Articles. Ein Buch und Film Und das ist the Count of Monte Cristo. So I know in French, Le Comte de Monte Cristo, but
I think it's der Graf von Monte Cristo.
Der Graf von Monte Cristo.
Sehr gut. I think that's enough.
Yeah,
I think we got a good taste.
Yeah, this is just like off the cuff, so forgive me. But like it's coming along. It's coming along.
It is coming along, yeah.
The accent is still not the best, but I do better than a lot of other people.
I think you do well. Give me a word with an R in it. Like, what are we going to go on soon?
Gruppereise.
Sehr gut. So, wir
gehen nach Rothenburg mit den Gruppreise.
Mit der Gruppenreise?
Mit der Gruppenreise.
Sehr gut.
Yeah. See, I'm not fluent, but it's like I know what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so say Rothenburg again.
Rothenburg.
Yeah, I think you do really well with the R.
The R-O I can do.
Yeah.
I do that
pretty well.
You
can say Reise. Say Reise.
Reise.
Yeah.
I still want to roll the R.
Yeah, but I still think it sounds a lot better than a lot of Americans trying to say that. So
Reise.
I think you're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Say coziness in German.
Gemütlichkeit?
Yeah, sehr gut. And you say the Ü, Gemütlichkeit, you say that perfectly.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I know I've told you this. I say it right, and I think that's solely because of hearing it. It's not because of seeing it in the word. I don't hear the difference between the regular U and the U umlaut.
Yeah.
That's the one I really still struggle with. I will say that I do feel a lot more comfortable just in like everyday life, like getting tasks done, like ordering food or going to the store.
So you do speak in those situations?
Yeah. I'll order my food. I'll go get my drink. I'll ask for something. Haben Sie or hast du, depending on who you are. I'm 30 now. I can go up to a kid. I will use do. It's my first time ever like being able to do that. Now there's a formal and an informal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel comfortable going out. But in small talk or like really in-depth conversations, I still struggle with the in-betweens. The details of the conversation, I can pick up on like the jargon of the conversation because I know enough words to pick out like the key words to know the general thing, like topic that they're talking about. But I can't put my finger on the dot exactly what they're saying. I couldn't repeat what they're saying back to them, even in English. I could tell them that they're talking about cars or they're talking about going to the doctor's office or they're talking about football, soccer, but I can't tell you what they were talking about specifically on that issue.
That's fair.
I think the biggest difference right now is that I am understanding more of like those things that I was missing with the last update we had. Some of the like everyday social interactions. I'm starting to understand all of that a little bit more. Like
I feel like there have even been situations where we were like on the subway and you like turned to me and you were like, they were just talking about XYZ. Like people had a conversation in German and you like eavesdropped on them basically.
I catch myself like doing that more and more and I don't even mean to. I don't know if it's like
it's a good sign.
Yeah, I was going to make the joke. I don't know if it's me learning the language or actually becoming German. So, but I feel like the biggest progress is I have learned more words. I've learned more verbs. I've learned, more prepositions and all this stuff, like the usual language.
A lot of grammar. You've definitely learned a lot of grammar.
The biggest progress is the actual confidence, where I still lack in it in like a lot of ways, because, if I'm going to be going to the doctor's office and I got to tell them what's like wrong with me. Like,
specific vocab in a very specific situation. Yeah, that's challenging.
Yeah, I struggle with that. But like, if I'm ordering food or I'm going down the street and I need something, or I hear someone say something, or I hear someone say a joke, I can actually understand it now. And it's actually kind of like it's like a weight off my back from like the first few months that I was here, because I did understand a decent amount, but you don't know until you get here.
Do you and Ben speak German or English at home?
English. It's just comfortable.
Sorry, guys.
I think she enjoys it, and number one, it's the easiest.
It's just the easiest. I know a lot of people keep telling us, oh, you should speak German at home. The thing is, Ben's German level is definitely not at the point yet where we could have just a fluent conversation where he actually understands everything I say and I can understand everything he says. So like in everyday life, it would be a huge hindrance if we tried to speak German. So, in everyday life, usually you're kind of in a rush. Like you're trying to communicate, you're trying to bring a point across, you're trying to ask a question.
Yeah, you want to be efficient.
And if we did it all in German, it would take us probably, 5 times as long.
Yeah.
So like we try to include it every now and then. Like, you'll ask me a question in the middle of the day, like, oh, how do you say this in German? How do you say that in German? And then you say something in German and I'll respond in German, of course. But for the most part, English is the language that we speak at home. It's just the language that we met each other, the language that our relationship is in. It's easier for us right now. And I know that like if I spoke more German to you, that would be helpful, but that would also be a lot of mental work for me. Yeah. And honestly, we mentioned it in the last video, in the last 6 months, things have been very busy. I don't think I would have had the mental capacity to kind of put that on my list of to-dos as well. Yeah. Basically like teaching Ben German all day long.
Yeah, but that's why I'm putting in the legwork now. I do want to be able to talk to you in German. I want to be able to talk to your family in German. So
for sure.
That's why I'm doing it, and I'm making progress.
You are making progress. That being said, we do try to include German into our everyday lives. For example, whenever we watch shows together, which has become so much easier ever since LingoPie came around, because LingoPie was literally created for learning a language while watching TV. They have an extensive content library with over 3,000 movies, TV shows, documentaries, cartoons, short films, music videos, tutorials, kids content, and so on for 14 different languages. And they provide you with all the tools you could possibly ask for when learning a language. Like you get to choose between English subtitles, original subtitles, in this case that's German, or seeing both at the same time. Anytime you don't know a word, you can simply click on it to see its meaning, hear it pronounced,
Entscheidungen,
and have it added to your personal vocabulary list, which you can later review or turn into fun little games and quizzes. Also, yes, the words are color-coded to indicate their grammatical function, which will make your life so much easier, trust me. You even get a whole transcript that you can open up on the side to read along or jump back and forth. You can adjust the speed in pretty small increments or loop a sentence to get a better understanding of it. Generally, even if you don't understand every single word of what's being said, watching TV in a foreign language will make a huge difference for your listening and speaking skills. Trust me, I speak from personal experience here, and I think Ben now also has experienced that.
Yeah.
And of course, you guys can check out LingoPie completely for free, no strings attached. Just use my personal link in the video description below or scan the QR code to test it 7 days for free. And after the 7 days are up, my link will get you 55% off on the annual plan. That's more than half off for learning a language while watching TV. Someone wanted to know, is Ben attending German lessons?
Oh yeah, well I did. Mm-hmm. I did a 1 month intensive Deutsch course.
I think it was 5 weeks even.
Yeah, it was longer than a month technically. And it was a fantastic experience. I was in there with like a bunch of other people, like international people, and it was 5 days a week, 3 hours a day. I learned a lot. That's probably where most of my progress was made in terms of like the actual learning it by the book, the grammar. And I think that's another thing that's really been stressed to me is that, you know, I kind of put off like a little bit of like the grammar learning. I learned more vocab and like some of my learning in like the US and sporadically learned some grammar stuff. But doing that 5 days a week, 3 hours a day, you really learn the grammar. And then by learning it, you realize the importance of it because you start to understand things more and more. And then you can understand, well, German, like you can like change things around in a lot in it and you start to learn those things.
Yeah, suddenly you like can analyze the language and then whenever you hear something new, you can kind of put it more into context in your own brain. Yeah. Like now you know, oh, that's a preposition. Oh, they just used this in this case and this in this context.
Exactly. Yeah. But you just mentioned cases. I still struggle with the cases. I still struggle with just the articles. People don't do it very often. They're polite about it, but I'll say die Garten instead of it's der Garten, right?
Yeah, it's der Garten. Yeah.
You know, and people will correct me subtly and stuff, and it's just something that I'm getting used to, and I gotta hold myself. I do hold myself accountable to it. And I think in our last video that I said I have to give myself some grace.
Yeah, because like people will always understand you even if you get the genders wrong. Like I understand that like that is a really big challenge, but I think most people who aren't native German speakers will struggle with that for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. And another thing that
you can only do your best about it.
Another thing, and this was like a really, I don't know when this came up, but someone mentioned to us, we went to a döner place.
Like döner kebab.
Yeah, and it's just stuck in my head ever since they said it. They said they like going to a döner kebab place because they can go speak their garbage German with the other people working there that don't speak good German, and they both just struggle with the language between themselves. And it makes total sense. You can order the food, no problem. And there's just a communication there.
Yeah, and the fun thing about like ordering a döner is that there's almost like this unwritten rule that whenever you order a döner, you basically use like incorrect German. Like you'll say, mit scharf bitte, ohne scharf, like with spicy, without spicy, which, you know, that's not proper German. You would maybe say mit scharfer Soße, ohne scharfe Soße. But even people who speak perfect German, who are native-born Germans, at a döner place often say it like that because that's just become the döner lingo. Yeah, so you took that one class at Münchner Volkshochschule, by the way, for those of you who are in Munich and wondering where he took it.
In Pasing.
In Pasing?
Yes.
You really liked it, right?
Yeah, I really liked it. Pasing school.
Good experience. And now, as of, I don't know, like a month and a half ago, you've actually started to practice with my mom.
Yeah.
Because my parents asked if there's anything they could help to help him learn German. Yeah. And my mom actually recently retired, and she used to work with students, with kids. She was a therapist for learning disabilities, basically. So for dyslexia and dyscalculia. I think it's called dyscalculia. But she is now recently retired, and she has a lot going on. She volunteers and has a lot of hobbies, but she also does have a little bit of extra time on her hand. So she was so kind to offer that she could basically meet with Ben regularly. Most of the meetings are just Zoom meetings, but sometimes they also meet in person, and basically just practice German with him. Yeah. And she's never taught German as a second language, but I think she's been spending a good amount of time kind of looking into it, like how do you teach the grammar to non-native speakers? Mm-hmm. And now, like, I want to say twice a week or so, you guys, 2 to 3 times a week?
At least. I mean, because we have been traveling and been kind of going back and forth. It threw a hiccup in our schedule a little bit, but at least 2 times a week. We've done like 4 times a week once. And I think it's really, really cool because number one, it's super relaxed. Mm-hmm. It's not like the course that I took, but also I get to spend time with her mom. And it's just a cool experience. Yeah,
so that's kind of how he's currently continuing to take classes, because as of right now, you're not taking any formal classes, but you did mention that you would want to do it.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to utilize that more. Whether I do it with the Volkshochschule or I would like to look into Goethe Institute just to kind of compare the
Goethe Institute is just a lot more expensive.
It's a lot more expensive. Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I do want to do the classes again. Yeah. It was very useful.
And I think just being in a classroom 5 days a week did wonders, because you were just immersed in German 3 hours a day, every single day. And I could literally watch the progress being made just by constantly practicing German in your head.
Yeah. And one of the best parts about those classes is that you're in there, especially with the stages that I'm at right now. Well, was at the beginning, not anymore, because I'm definitely a lot more confident. Yeah. At that level, when I first went in there, I was so self-conscious about talking. Everyone in there quickly learned everyone's in the same boat as each other. Nobody knows what is going on. Yeah. So say the wrong article, say the wrong word. It might be statt whenever you're thinking of pudding, like I was the other day. Salt manta. I said statt manta. Statt manta. Did I say it right?
Sot.
Sot. I said statt. I started to take the class 4 months into being here.
Yeah, so mid-January. Yeah.
Yeah, and at that point, it was the best thing I could have done, because it gave me the confidence just to screw up, not be so hard on myself, and just speak whenever I do think I can speak, and just do it.
Okay, next question. Did he learn German before the move?
Ein bisschen. I did through apps, and I actually took some German language courses at the Fairview German School.
Mm-hmm. At the Tri-State German Language School.
Yeah, Tri-State German Language School in Cincinnati, shout out. Yeah. And just picking up things here and there, but really moving here kind of kicked me in the butt a little bit to learn it.
That's actually something that people have been interested in. How have Ben's German abilities been affected by being in Germany? Another similar question was, has it been easier for him using it in daily life? Or another question was, how is Ben's immersion in another language going? Or does everyone in Germany speak English to him when he tries to talk to them in German?
I would say that people still definitely try to speak English to me more often than not, but it's not as quick that they switch to English as it was in the past. They'll give me a few sentences, because most of my interactions with people are out and about whenever I'm at a store or at the subway, and they're doing something and I'm doing something, so it has to be efficient.
There's a purpose.
Yeah, there's a purpose. We have somewhere to go. What were the other?
So how has being immersed changed your language learning progress?
I think I'm just learning passively. I'm just learning by being here. So, and I think that's just with everything, whether it's language, food. I'm learning everything. I cannot understate that. Like, I'm learning design stuff. I'm learning, like, everything is different. Walls are different.
You
the grocery store is
German
different.
ads on your podcast.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you listen to your sports podcast, your, like, NFL podcasts, it'll just suddenly be interrupted by, like, the most German ad.
Yeah, which I love the German ads. They're so good. The voices crack me up. But no, like, I really do think that just being thrown into the deep end was the best way for me to learn. And I, again, have learned so much in such a short time frame that I don't think I could have in any other way.
Yeah, and you feel like it also motivates you, right?
Oh, yeah, it makes me want to learn more. It makes me realize it's possible, because that was one of the hardest things.
I feel like you already kind of answered this one, but is your husband able to go out on his own without needing you to translate? And by you, that's me, and you're the husband.
Yeah,
so.
Jawohl. Yes, I can.
Ja, kannst du.
Yeah.
Alleine.
Yeah.
Ohne mich.
Yeah, without you, yes.
Yeah, sehr gut.
The way that I learned Ona was Ona Zuka. That's every time I hear that.
No, remember that was one time when you placed an online order on Uber Eats or something like that. I think this was like the first week. I think it was a burger or something like that. Yeah. And you selected ohne Salat, ohne Tomate, ohne Gurke, ohne Käse. But you thought ohne meant with, like you wanted to add all of these toppings.
Oh I forgot about that. Oh my goodness.
That's how you really learned what ohne means.
All right, I'm just gonna. No, I genuinely, like, it's just funny because that's how I'm learning everything right now. I'm just learning it through, like, passive, like, little things. And that's how you remember it too. Yeah.
Like, that's how language is being remembered, when you have an actual experience connected to it.
Yeah. And if I kind of subsidize the courses that I've taken and, like, the apps and stuff like that with that, then I think that's the best way for me to learn it. In terms of going out, yeah, I can go out. I can order me some food. I can talk to people.
Yeah, he goes to the store without me. And I will say, like, for example, doctor's visits, I've come with you for the most part, because that's always been, like, something where you've been a little more insecure. But we said the other day, now, like, the next doctor's visit that comes up, we feel like you're good to go on your own.
Yeah.
Like, you also know the places.
I know, like, all the things. I know Schaumama. If a biker passes too close, too quick, I'll be like, Mensch. Like, I know.
Nicht so schnell.
Yeah, nicht so schnell. Yeah, not so quick. But all Americans know schnell. I don't know why.
That's true, yeah.
I think
from
it's,
World War II movies or something.
I hope that I've kind of put it into, like, a good lens, because it's really just the passive learning is the biggest difference for me.
Yeah. But no, you can go out by yourself. You don't feel like you're fully reliant on me coming everywhere with you. Like, you can go out and drive by yourself. You go to the stores, you go to the restaurants. And I will say the one thing that really was an eye-opening moment for me was, I think it was during that intense class that you were taking, when we went to a McDonald's drive-thru, which we don't go to McDonald's, like, a lot, but every now and then we do, just to get that little taste of America, right? Like, that little taste of the US. And in that moment, I didn't really expect you to just roll down the window, because you were driving, and just place your entire order in German. And, like, you understood all of the questions that they asked back, which I sometimes find tricky at a drive-thru, because, you know, they'll ask something like, welches Getränk möchten Sie?
Fanta. Eine große Fanta.
Ja, dann ist er groß oder klein. Mayo oder Ketchup?
Mayo. Nicht so typisch an me.
That's true. You've definitely become Germanized in that. He now eats his fries with mayo instead of ketchup. They'll ask something like, möchten Sie den Burger im Menü oder?
Ja, Menü.
Okay, im Menü.
Ja, Meal.
Und dann, war das alles?
Ja, das ist
Dann können Sie bitte zum ersten Fenster vorfahren.
Ja.
Das macht dann...
Danke, drive. And then I get to feel like, look at the big brains on Ben.
No, dude, that was a moment where I was like, where did that just come from? Like, the whole conversation in German. No follow-up question in English or, you know, nothing like that. So that was, I felt like a big step, a big moment of progress. Also the first time that you fully felt comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
And you didn't ask me to order, because sometimes you would ask, like, you would be driving, but you'd be like, Feli, can you order from the passenger seat?
Yeah,
and I have to like yell.
Yeah. There's this, I don't know if I mentioned this in the other update video, but I'll do it really quick. There's this movie called The 13th Warrior, and it's this scene where they're all on this boat, and this guy doesn't know the language, and it's this really long boat ride. In the middle of the boat ride, he starts to understand the language. Mm-hmm. And the guys look at him, they're like, how did you say that? And he's like, I listened. And that's how I feel with a lot of these things. I just listen and I repeat.
Copy it. Yeah,
I feel like a 2-year-old again.
That's how everyone feels when they move abroad.
Honestly, I am jealous of 2-year-olds whenever it comes to language learning. That's one of the most eye-opening things of this is I see a child And they're just like a sponge.
I know.
Me, I'm like a piece of metal. You could like just hit me all day and I'm not going to soak anything up.
Oh, this was an interesting question. I'm intrigued whether people know Ben is American before he speaks, or is he generally assumed to be local? What's your experience with that?
People usually think I'm German.
Yeah, because you look German. You look more German than me.
Yeah, I haven't changed my outfit like fashion a whole lot, but I definitely
You've always dressed more like European.
I've dressed more European my whole life.
Yeah. You don't go out in like gym shorts and a merch t-shirt and like a baseball cap.
Yeah,
usually.
no. I mean, this is like the most merch that I wear nowadays.
Well, you do wear baseball caps, but then it'll be combined with like
it's more
German
like a street style.
Yeah.
I would say more often than not, especially, I've had multiple occasions where people will come up and speak German to me. And
then you look
I'll be like, I have no idea what you just said. This was before like I knew the level of German that I do right now. And I would tell them like, no, in like American English. And they were like, huh? Like, look at me sideways.
Okay, this one says, have your husband have a conversation in German with you and the in-laws. Now, we're not going to do that. First of all, my parents don't want to be on camera. Yeah. And second of all, they're not here. But I would like to change the question slightly and kind of ask you, how is communication with my family going? Like, when we're all together and we all speak German.
Es ist super. I mean, I don't say a whole lot in German, but I mostly respond in English because I can keep up with the conversations that way and I can think of the words quicker. I can just respond quicker.
Yeah, but you're always part of the conversation.
Yeah, I'm always a part of the conversation.
And
they include
even
me.
If we speak German,
I keep up.
Usually keep up really well.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you kind of lose track or there's like a detail that you missed, then you'll ask me and be like, oh, wait, is that what you just said?
Yeah, I'll just ask
and then
you
I'll just fill you in real quick. But we're also not constantly translating. Like, I'm not constantly sitting there and being your interpreter. Like,
no.
So you're pretty good at keeping up yourself. And then, just whenever you then want to contribute to the conversation, you say it in English. But most of my family members speak pretty good English. So that works.
So, like, they usually will say something to me in German. And then...
Yeah. And my parents now always try to speak to you in German whenever we go over there.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're always like, oh, no, wir müssen Deutsch üben. Yeah. And then they'll try to, like, have all the small talk conversation, like, how was the trip? Like, all of those questions that try to ask you that in German now, which is good. They do a better job than me. I will say that. Feli, do you use Bavarian dialect, Borisch, much at home? And are you teaching it to Ben? First of all, I've definitely explained this in the past, but I don't really speak Bavarian dialect. For those of you who don't know, Germany has a lot of dialects, and Bavarian isn't even just one dialect. There are a lot of sub-dialects within Bavarian. Munich is the capital of Bavaria, and I was born and raised in Munich. But the thing is, in the actual bigger cities, dialects are kind of dying out, unfortunately. So I want to say my generation and after, for the most part, don't really speak strong dialect in Munich anymore. We speak Münchnerisch, if anything, which is usually mostly standard German with a little touch of Bavarian. So I'll have Bavarian influences in the way I speak, such as certain vocab. I say Servus, Semmeln. I say des instead of das. I say Schwammerl. I say Schmarrn. Like, there is definitely an influence there. But for the most part, my German is very standard. Very, very standard. So no, I actually don't speak Borisch to him at home. I can understand the Bavarian dialect and I can speak it if I really want to, but it never fully sounds like my native language, if that makes sense. Like, I know how to speak it, but it almost sounds like I speak it with an accent a little bit, unfortunately, which my dad speaks Bavarian, but he also always code switches. Like, he speaks standard German with us and he only speaks the dialect with some people, with, other people who speak the dialect. So yeah, I don't speak that to you at home.
No.
However, there was a really fun situation that we had, I don't know, a couple weeks into living here, because sometimes you will just randomly ask me, hey, how do you say this in German? How do you say that in German? And we were in the kitchen and you picked up the salt and you were like, salt in German is Salz, right? And I was like, yeah, in Bavarian it is, like Salz. That's how we would say it in dialect. In standard German, it's Salz. However, I don't know if in that moment it was just a really funny mistake that you made or you picked that up somewhere. I feel like you picked it up somewhere.
I think I just picked it up.
So ever since then, we've kind of been joking about that. And sometimes whenever there's salt, we just say, oh, do you want the Salz?
The Salz.
As he transitions to German, when does he realize he is dreaming in German? Have you dreamed in German yet?
I have not dreamed in German yet. The day that comes will be the day that I like wake up like in like cold sweats. That will be crazy to me. I can't wait for that day. It won't be a bad thing.
You don't dream a whole lot in general, right?
No,
but
I don't dream.
Whenever you do dream,
A lot.
do you dream in a language? Because I don't, and I've talked about this before in videos, so I never had that moment.
I can't.
Is there dialogue in your dreams?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
There is dialogue in my dreams.
Because I've talked about this, I think it was like 3 years ago, where I talked about that I've never had that moment with English. I never had that moment where I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I just had a dream in English. And I dream every single night. I dream very intensively. But my dreams, they have dialogue, but for some reason I don't dream the exact wording, I feel like. I just know the meaning of what was said, and I don't specifically remember the language it was in for some reason, which is weird. My brain works weirdly in that regard. I also don't have an inner monologue. Like, my thoughts aren't in a specific language.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild to me.
Are you both now totally used to seeing/hearing the German language everywhere?
Yes. 100%. Just being around it so much, I'm very comfortable being around it.
Yeah. And for me too, and I feel like you guys have pointed this out in my comment sections as well. My brain has definitely gone more towards German mode again, which I don't really have that inner dialogue where a language speaks in my head, but I definitely have more of a German mode and an English mode where, like, whenever I'm in German mode and I try to speak English, I sometimes start out my sentences out in a German sentence structure, if that makes sense, and vice versa. If my brain is in English mode, I do the same thing with German. I'll try to use an idiom that only exists in English, even though I'm speaking German right now, if you know what I mean. So I kind of have those two modes, and I've definitely noticed my brain being so much more in German mode ever since we moved here. And there definitely have been more moments for me now where suddenly I say something in English and then I question myself. I'm like, wait, can you say it like that? Did I say that correctly? Like, I'm kind of losing that feeling for the language, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, at least you can say you're fluent in both languages. Through this journey of learning German, I find myself forgetting English words. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Same for me.
I don't know the word in either language.
Josh and I have always said that on the Understanding Train Station podcast.
Yeah.
Being fluent in more than one language at some point means that you're fluent in neither of the languages, because you'll just become bad at both of the languages and you get things mixed up, and
You'll just see me yelling, Hilfe, Hilfe.
Last question. Can Ben tell a joke in German yet?
Yeah, mein Deutsch.
Oh, that's the joke?
Yeah.
Your German is the joke? Oh my
German,
gosh.
yeah. No, I don't know joke in German yet.
We need to teach you one.
I know.
Hey guys, put the best German jokes for him to learn in the comment section, and then for the next Q&A video, you will have to tell a joke in German.
Oh yeah, the best dad joke you got.
Oh yeah,
throw it out. I love a good
jokes.
dad joke. Come on, hit me.
This person said, I have no questions, but I wouldn't mind seeing a only speaking to my boyfriend in German video to see how his German is coming along.
Yeah.
We did do that probably 4 years ago at this point?
Yeah.
3 years ago?
Three.
I don't know. I'm going to link that down below. This was years ago when we still lived in the US, and your German was definitely at the very, very beginning. So you barely understood me. But even then, you did surprisingly well. You've always done surprisingly well whenever you're thrown in the deep end.
Yeah, I survive. Put my floaties on, my goggles, and I'm ready to go.
Would you be down to do a follow-up on that video?
I think we could do it.
I think it's time.
If people are actually interested, let us know. If you are, I think we might be able to.
Yeah, let us know. Do you want to see that? We'll do the old school YouTube thing. Give this video a thumbs up, and if we reach, 10,000 thumbs up, then we'll make that video for you guys. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. You guys can laugh. My torture is your amusement.
The only thing we're going to have to change is it's not only speaking to my boyfriend in German, it's speaking to my husband in German.
Damn right. I put a rang on it.
All right, I think we got through all of the language-related questions, really. So if you have any other follow-up questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. Thanks to Ben for sharing.
Yeah,
being
definitely.
Vulnerable. I think we also at some point need to do like a German quiz or like a test where we test your German skills on camera.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to do some maybe more talking in like an upcoming video.
Yes, please.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe you guys can give us some more things, like what do you guys want me to say in German? Give us some topics, because I really suck at just like, if you say this.
Yeah, say something in German. You're like,
Guten Tag. Yeah.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to this channel. It's completely free. Also, activate the notifications, because for the last video, I got a lot of comments saying, oh, I haven't seen your videos pop up in months. And I'm here putting out my videos, and I guess none of you guys are seeing them. So be sure to activate those notifications, because I guess the YouTube algorithm has kind of put me in a corner or something something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, come on, get her out of the corner.
Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you want to see that 24 hours of speaking German video. And of course, you can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And I think what a lot of people don't know is my videos are also available on Spotify. So you can either watch them there as a video, or you can just play it in the background and only listen to the videos if you have a busy day, but you still want to listen to it. This is my Spotify page right here. Check it out if you haven't done so yet. And with that, we hope we'll see you next time. And now it's Champions League time.
Yes, I gotta go.
Yeah. it's literally
like
7, 10.
We're going to the car now. We gotta go.
Okay, with that, cheers.
Cheers. See ya.